Married to a drug dealer. When I was dating the drug dealer, I was 16 years old, 17 years old. 16 when I met him, and then 17 when I was actually dating him. But just like any other teenager, I liked what I liked. I liked my own style. And I loved white shoes, white tennis shoes. I still love white tennis shoes. I've always liked white tennis shoes. There was a day that I was with the drug dealer and we were riding a four-wheeler. We were riding up on mountain paths and through the roads and the fields and just all over the place, just out riding, just him and I. And a car was coming down a dirt road, and he took the field underneath the dirt road. It didn't look too steep, but when we got on the field, it was a lot steeper than what he anticipated, and it actually tipped the four-wheeler over one side. So it didn't roll on top of us, but it almost did, and we had to jump off the field. Well, it was muddy. This was probably in maybe October, November. It was very muddy. And when I jumped off the four-wheeler, I jumped right into the field that just sunk. My feet just sunk in the mud. So, and they wasn't cloth. They were pleather, not leather, but pleather. So when we got back to the house, he took the water hose and was washing off my white shoes. They came out okay. But I liked white shoes. The first thing the drug dealer did when we were dating, he decided that he wanted both of us, him and I, to have matching shoes. So he bought us these tennis shoes that were blue, dark blue, gray. They were just tennis shoes. They were nothing that I would ever buy for myself. And he gave them to me, and he had his, and he expected me to wear mine. My mom saw it, and she's like, I didn't like those shoes at all. I wanted only my white shoes. But I started wearing those shoes. Even though I didn't like it, I didn't feel pretty in them. It wasn't my style. But I started to become more like him. He didn't want to go to church. I didn't go to church. He wanted to do bad things. I did bad things. He changed my clothing style. He changed my hair. He changed a lot. I shouldn't have done that. You know, the Bible talks about how you should act and who you should imitate. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 1 and down. Therefore, be imitators of God, dear children, and walk in love as Christ also has loved us and given himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling aroma. But fornication and all uncleanliness, you get it. Read the rest. It goes on and how you shouldn't act. I started acting like the drug dealer. I started changing me to be more like him. That's not what God wants. God wants to change our heart to be more like him. Every day is a new opportunity to be more like him and not like the world. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What shoes are you wearing? Shoes is not a bad thing. But who are you imitating? Are you imitating the stars in Hollywood? The pop singers, the rock and roll, the hip hop, R&B, whatever, country. Who are you being like? Are you buying those Jordans because they do? Are you buying those whatever because they do? Are you reading the Bible to be more like him? Think about it, saint.